Okay, next bits. Today is equations and formulae. So a formula is an equation that expresses a rule in an algebraic form. So pretty much a more specific type of equation. And also formulas tend to have more than one letter as well. Like for example, a equals pi r squared. Obviously we have a and we have r, which is obviously the area of the circle. Now the letter by itself, which in this case is a, is called the subject of the formula. Normally you would substitute in and you'd work out the subject or the value of the subject. When you find the area of shapes, that's exactly what you do. So with the circle, for example, you sub in the radius, which might be 5, for example, sub in pi. So pi times, say 5 squared, will be area, which is 8. Okay, question time. Question 1. The formula for the perimeter P of a rectangle of length L and breadth B is P equals 2 L plus B. So part A, find P if L is 20, B is 12. Part B, find B if P is 20 and L is 6 meters. And part C, find I or L if P is 1.8 meters and B is 42 centimeters. So all these three parts relate to this formula, and you're going to substitute in the values you know, and you'll need to find one more letter. Let's do it. So, part A, we're trying to find P. So P equals 2, bracket L, which is 20, so you can see L here is 20, so 20 plus B, which is 12, equals 2, bracket 32, and of course bracket means times, so that's going to be 64 centimeters. I'm just going to fix that writing up. So 32, 2 times 32, which is 64 centimeters. Alright, next one. So we need to find P. We need to find B. So let's sub in. So P equals 2 L plus B. So we need to find B. So we know P is 20. 20 equals 2. Bracket. We know L is 6. That's our L there. So 6. And we don't know B. So that's our unknown. Alright, so getting this by itself, 2 bracket means 2 times. There's a little tiny times here. Opposite is to divide both sides. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 equals 6 plus B. Take away 6 from both sides. B is 4 meters. Part C. Notice that this is in meters and this is in centimeters. We've got to make these the same. You can make this centimeters or this meters. Doesn't really matter. I might just make this 0.42 meters and then leave this as meters. Okay, so same formula. L plus B. We know P is 1.8 equals 2. We don't know L, so this time around, that's my unknown. So L plus 0.42. Okay, going from there, divide by 2. 0.9 equals L plus 0.42. Take away from both sides. Which is 0.48, I believe. Okay, so 0.48 meters or 48 centimeters. That's the same thing. They're my answers. Okay, question 2. The formula for kinetic energy, E in joules of a particle, is given by E equals half mv squared, where m is its mass in grams and v is its velocity in meters per second. Remember, velocity is speed with direction, like in science. So part A, calculates mass, given E is this, v is this. And then part B, calculate velocity, given E is this and m is 12 grams. Let's go. Alright, part A. So E equals half mv squared. We know what we know E, so 125 equals half. We don't know M, and we know the velocity is 4 squared. Okay, so next line, half times M, or 4 squared of course is 16. Now next step, I could times both sides by 2, but an easier approach is just to do half times 16. Half of 16 of course is 8. So 125 equals 8M, then just divide by 8. Which is 15.625 grams. Now part B, be careful. The original formula said energy is in joules. This is in kilojoules. Now kilojoules, joules, it's just like grams and kilograms. To go from kilojoules to joules, you need to multiply by 1,000. So I'm going to call this 1,500 joules. Now I'll do the question. So E equals half mv squared. E is 1,500 equals half times the mass, which is 12, times v squared, which you don't know. And again, just to clarify, so that E is this, and the M is this. Okay, so 1,500 equals, well, half times 12, of course, is 6, so we can go 6 v squared. Then divide both sides by 6. That's going to be 250. Now the question doesn't actually say whether we round or keep an exact form. I'm going to write both. So exact form, remember when you square root, it's plus minus. So that's going to be the exact version. Or the roundeds, just type up root 250, which is 15.8111, etc. So approximately 15 points, we'll call it 8 meters a second, and that's going to be 1 dB. Okay, so, and also plus minus as well. So exacts or rounded. Didn't specify, so doesn't matter which one you do. Of course, if it does specify, then you must obviously answer the correct one. And you might be thinking, why is there plus minus? Well, don't forget, velocity is speed with direction. So if it's a negative answer, you're going in a negative direction. So in this context, plus or minus definitely does make sense.